Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 69 of Rapid Fate Online, and this one is titled Secluded Island Getaway. I am too, but we can change that once we get to our island, Butterfly said with a smile. I don't think I have any swimwear in my inventory, so it looks like I'll be swimming Rudy-Nudie, you said with a cheeky smile, giggling when a bright blush covered Butterfly's cheeks. Butterfly, you've seen me without clothes on so many times now. Surely you still can't be shy. It's just not something I'm used to, but I like it, he replied bashfully, then suddenly realised how forward he sounded. Wait, I didn't mean for it to sound like that. I'm glad you like it, you said. Now let's go. I want to see this island you've booked for us. He nodded and took your hand, delicately helping you step down off the platform onto the sand, and then holding onto your hand as you both walked down to the water's edge. I ordered a water taxi to pick us up, and I sent them a message just before we left 44. I hope they got it. Is that them? You asked, holding one hand up over your eyes to shade your vision as you looked out over the watery horizon. Butterfly looked up and nodded. That must be them. It's the only boat out here. You both waited on the shoreline as the boat approached you, and then the driver shouted a greeting to Butterfly. I assume you're the newlyweds because you look it, he called, cupping his hands to his mouth. That's us, you shouted back with a grin. Okay, hop in, he called, letting the nose of the boat run aground so that you and Butterfly could get on and climb aboard. Butterfly let you hop in first, and then he followed, pushing off with his foot to get the boat to slide back against the softly rolling waves a little. The driver picked up and placed a long stick in the water beside the boat and dug it into the sand, and then leaned back to pull the boat clear of the shore and turn it around so that he could take you back the way you'd come. So we have 4 secluded islands out here, he said, busying himself getting the motor to run smoothly so that he could sit down. 2 are occupied at the moment, and 3rd is about to be occupied by you two, he added with a grin. Me and my wife live on the main island, so you can just send us a message in a close group chat if you need anything. I will bring you the supplies by boat, but apart from that, it's just the 2 of you alone for the next few days. Any monsters out in the water that we should know about? You asked. I want to go for a swim, but, don't really want to hang out with Jaws for my honeymoon. Yeah, there are a few big ones further out in the water when it turns darker blue, but they usually don't come into the light blue waters. You looked out over the side of the boat and reached down into the light blue water that the driver had just mentioned, noting just how clear the water actually was as your fingertips dragged through it. So clean, you gushed, the coolness of the ocean making you want to dive in your wedding outfit and all. While you were busy feeling the water as you sped along, Butterfly talked with the driver, asking random questions about different things, and you smiled to yourself. I can't wait for tonight, our wedding night. I'm assuming we're going to do it again. You looked up at Butterfly and smiled bashfully when you saw him gazing lovingly at you, then looked back down to the water again. I wonder if he'd be up for doing it in real life. I mean, we're together in real life as well as in game, and we've done it in game, but not in real life yet. So I'd like to even that up, I guess. Okay, here we are, the driver said as he approached the small island once again and nose-dived the boat up onto the pristine white sand. You grinned when you saw the quaint, over-the-water bungalow with the thatched brown roof sitting alone in the middle of the dot-sized island. This is so gorgeous, he said to Butterfly as he held your hand and helped you off the boat. It always gets a reaction, the driver said. Well, enjoy you two. Remember to contact via message if you need anything. All the details are on the card in the villa. Thank you, Butterfly said with a smile, watching as the guy expertly manoeuvred his boat back into the water and waved as he disappeared off to his own island. Alone at last, you said to Butterfly, reaching your arms up and draping them around his neck before initiating a gentle kiss. What started out as an innocent lip kiss quickly turned to a passionate tongue kiss, and Butterfly slowly backed to the door of the villa, not wanting to break the kiss that was in full swing. Fumbling with the doorknob behind him, he finally got the door open and backed into the room. It was at that point you broke the kiss momentarily to look around, and you sighed with delight. Oh, this is perfect, you sighed, arms still around Butterfly's neck. It wasn't a very big or flash-looking accommodation, but it had all the essentials you'd need for a private little getaway. In the middle of the room was a larger 4-poster bed, with netted drapes over it that shifted in the gentle sea breeze that was blowing in from the back door. Your eyes followed to the door and saw it opened out onto a decent-sized deck that was situated over the water, with a small ladder going down one side into the ocean swell, should you feel like going for a swim. "Did you want to take these wedding clothes off?" Butterfly asked. "Yes," you replied, removing your arms from his and opening your inventory quickly so you could disrobe in an instant. Without a second thought, you clicked "no clothes," and your wedding dress, and all that was under it, disappeared immediately, leaving you completely naked in front of your in-game husband. Butterfly's eyes nearly fell out of his head, and he looked around wildly, trying not to stare at your beautiful bare body form. "Your turn now," he said with a playful smirk. Butterfly gingerly opened his inventory and clicked "no clothes" as well, his outfit disappearing in an instant, leaving nothing but a hard-on. "Well," you mused with delight, looking down at it, then reaching a hand towards it to touch it. "Do you consent to this touch?" the consent box asked. And there ends chapter 69. Stay tuned for 70 tomorrow.